What up, what up, what up? Hey, everybody, hope you're doing well. Hey, I just want to let you know, I know everybody can't always support and donate to the podcast, but hey, if you can do a one-time donation, I put up a Buy Me a Coffee link in this description of the podcast. So if you go to the description of the podcast, it'll be at the bottom, and you can just go to that link, and you can buy me a cup of coffee, or two if you want. And that would just help support the show, and I can wake up a little bit more and bring you more info. So thanks for listening to the podcast. If you can donate, that would be much appreciated. And let's get on to the show. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Lockdown Universe, home of the bizarre, peculiar, and unheard of stories of UFO legend and paranormal lore. Welcome back, welcome back. Happy to be back. Hopefully you guys are doing excellent and taking care of yourselves. Listen, guys, this Miami Mall incident is the gift that keeps on giving, man. It's like, well, let's not go there. But anyway, it is wild, and there is yet another witness to this event, and I wanted to play it for you because I think that it is so fascinating that his description of what happened, it is bar none one of the best ones I've heard, and I think that you'll really find it to be worthwhile. So check this out, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Pull it up here for you right now. Today is Monday, January 8th, just so you know, and this was just published the other day. It's got like 2.3 million views, and there's a lot of, incredible, and I should say non-credible type witnesses out there. I think this guy is one of the legit ones, so I want you to listen to it and tell me what you think. Pull it up right now. Pulling it up.
My name is Fitz. I was there at the Bayside Mall with my family, and we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout. But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, and our whole family's processing it, but I think we've kind of accepted that we were a part of this weird experience and moment. So basically what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, and my sister and my nephew. We were looking for shoes for my nephew, and then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store, just running out in a direction. So, as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew, and we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blanky, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we looked behind us, and then we see these 3, 9, 10 foot tall creatures. I'm not going to say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew everyone. All of us stopped in our track. A whole bunch of people were pointing at it. There were other people running. There was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching. Not like a computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, unveiled or whatever. It looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all 3 of them. And then, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly see like lips. But, I was about 20 feet away. Because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And, they're tall. So we all just looked at them. They were just standing there. And the thing that was a little bit weird, well, it was clearly observing us. It was sentient, right? or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd, and then as soon as it started walking with its big legs, like kind of like it started like almost glitching again, we all ran. My brother like immediately said, "Yo, let's go." He grabbed me by the shoulder. We bolted out of there. And for anyone that's like saying, you know, where's the footage? Where's the footage? Yeah, I know. I don't have any footage, and I'll explain why. Because like when I saw it, I was in complete fear. It was something that I completely froze, man. I don't care if I sound like a bitch about it. Like, I froze. And I don't care who you are. I feel like when you're seeing something paranormal, it's different than when you're seeing a fight. Yeah, you'll probably want to record that and put it on World Star or whatever. When you see something paranormal, that's different. Because your reality, you can't comprehend what you're seeing. A fight, you kind of get it. Two people are fighting. You can comprehend that. Something like this, none of us could comprehend. Your first instinct is like, it ain't to like take out your phone and start recording. Your first instinct is like, I've never seen this before. What is this? Is it gonna hurt me or my family? That was my first number one priority. So if you don't believe me, I get it. You know, it's fine. Like, it is silly. I'm sure that someone had footage from that night. If you did, please contact me just so that, you know, we actually have it. So anyways, as soon as the creature started moving, we all just jetted out there. We ran out the front doors. And, you know, obviously, like, we see a whole sea of cop cars, mad cop cars, where other ones were coming in. And we ran with our nephew, and then, you know, a cop stopped us. You know, they took us to a bit of a safer area behind the cars. And then, and they asked us what we saw. And we told them what we saw. You know, they wrote it down. And they asked everybody to check their phones. Not everybody, because there was mad people like running away too, right? They couldn't get everyone. So I'm wondering if someone's gonna post a video. But yeah, they looked through everyone's phone. I didn't record anything, so I was fine. None of us recorded anything, so we were basically free to go. But in the distance, you could still see, like, you know, I didn't see the beings come out the door, right? But you could see on the side of the building, kind of like that clip that everyone's seeing, that it was slowly walking. And it was like, it wasn't cloaking or glitching or whatever. It was walking. So I don't know if it seemed more like it was an interdimensional thing. Someone's coming into our dimension or whatever, a bunch of them. And I think, you know, that it was just interesting, the police response, because it was a whole bunch of them. This ain't for no teenagers. No, this was for something way bigger. And it almost seemed like the cops had like a already made strategy for it, because they surrounded one of the beings with like all their police cars. They blared it up even louder because you could hear that it was louder. Maybe as an attempt to like distract it or let it know like, hey, you don't belong here, right? And you know, they were trying to like slowly move alongside with it. But I didn't see anything else after that, because me and my family, we got out of there. We went into our car. We went home. Because, you know, we had our nephew with us, and we went to make sure, like, you know, he was okay. So I'm still kind of like processing everything. Like, it's weird, but at the same time, I'm glad that we weren't alone in seeing it, because like it was a whole bunch of us that saw it. And it feels kind of like, you know, you're part of something like really big. But at the same time, it's confusing, because like you want to kind of like show people. Like, I wish I took a video, man, like, because people are going to probably think I'm crazy, right? But yeah, I'm left with more questions. Like, we were all kind of left with more questions than anything else. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's aliens. I know everybody's saying it's aliens. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I saw something come in through like a weird glitchy, maybe a portal or whatever. and it was like they were pretty tall. You could see some facial. It was they were very dark, like and shiny, but I can't tell if it was like a wet shiny or like a metallic shiny. And yeah, and long limbs. Yeah, long limbs, long fingers. They were definitely humanoid in shape, and shadowy. But maybe that shadowiness was like from a glitch or whatever, like whatever cloaking maybe they had like fell off. But yeah, it felt like something was coming into our world or whatever. Like a fucking Stranger Things episode. But
So what I really like about this clip is this dude seems totally genuine, and I'll do a recap of the highlights. So this gentleman's name is Fitz. He states he was there with his nephew, his brother, it sounds like, and to start off the highlights, his nephew says blanky, and he points at these aliens. So they know, because this is a child saying what he's afraid of. He's pointing at these things, and they turn around and they see these 3 9 to 10 foot tall black aliens. And he says you could see eyes and lips in it, and that it was doing this wavy glitch, not like a computer pixelation glitch, but a wavy glitch. And he says like they were being unveiled from whatever was covering them. What's interesting about that is it sounds like so many different stories about the Phoenix Lights, where the V-shaped craft of the 1997 Phoenix Lights, when the craft was flying over, it had this undulating wave underneath it, almost like it was reflecting the sky. Wouldn't it be interesting if these aliens were actually reflecting what was around them in the mall, and they were just walking around until their device stopped working? So I think that there's something there that we can connect the dots to when it comes to technology and what these aliens have. He states that they didn't stick around very long. They were out of there. But it's interesting also because this witness did not necessarily see the portal that some of the other witnesses saw. So he may have seen a later time period in this whole event. He may have seen after these aliens came out of this portal and they were waving, in their technology or in their dimension, one or the other, right? The previous witness stated that he saw them coming out of a portal, and he saw some black limbs coming out of the portal, and there was a lot of the glitching in this portal around it. Looked like fireworks, sparklers, firecrackers going off. And then this witness, Fitz, stated that he saw these creatures walking through the mall and that they were still having this wavy glitch to them. And he's saying that they're not aliens. He's saying he doesn't know what they were. So this is really interesting, right? Because if you see something that looks alien, like a humanoid that has maybe scaly skin, like a reptilian or an avian, or a blue avian like Corey Good was talking about, or a rock monster, whatever you want to say, you're going to be able to tell, hey, this thing is definitely alien to this planet. I've never seen it before. But he's saying he doesn't know what this was. It sounds like he might think that this thing was actually like from another dimension. And again, why did they have so much of a police presence? The military could have came in, but it also sounds like from reports that the police knew what was going on. The police had this foreawareness of what was going on, and that maybe they got told by a superior officer, hey, say nothing, just try to keep the information at a minimum. Check phones, check things out, and make sure that nobody has any video, and let them go. They didn't, otherwise, if they started taking these people in, cordoning them off, quarantining them, then it becomes a whole nother issue, right? They can't say, oh, there wasn't anything going on other than a fight, right? Then they have to come up with a new lie. So it becomes even more of a grave to dig themselves in. But everything plays into the idea that this is something else. The police officers are saying they can't talk about it, right? That witness that I was talking about yesterday, or not a witness, but the son of the guy who's running for sheriff. He has his name on his TikTok account. You go onto the guy's TikTok account. His father is running for the Florida sheriff, the Miami sheriff's position. So I could probably pull that up. But anyway, it's fascinating because we have legitimate people interviewing their family members too, and they're like, "Yeah, I can't talk about it," and they're on the police department. And granted, most cases they can't talk about ongoing cases, but if it wasn't alien, his dad could have been like, "Ah, it wasn't alien, at least bare minimum." He couldn't. He couldn't say that because you can't confirm or deny anything. If you deny it, now you're actually lying. Now you're actually committing oh gosh, perjury, right? You're lying, and you'd have to go up on if you had to go to court, you would have to perjure yourself because you already said no, it wasn't. So it becomes a real big challenge. So I think that this is a legitimate event that might have been like a Stranger Things event where there was this interdimensional event that happened at this mall. Why would it happen at a mall? Who the fuck knows? Okay, I don't know. But there is a witness that said that there was some kids that were opening up this device. This device opened a portal. People saw all these 9 to 10 foot tall aliens. And I don't know about you, man, but if I see some 9 to 10 foot tall aliens, that's as tall as a basketball hoop, I'm getting my ass out of there. Okay, I play basketball. I'm not hanging around some basketball hoop size aliens that can do whatever the hell they want to. And Fitz even said that these guys were sentient. They could see. They could see them. They could recognize them. So not only were they weren't in a dimension where they couldn't see us, they were in our dimension. Where did they go? Did the government capture them? Did they just go back to their dimension? Did these kids just shut their little suitcase and closed off the dimensional portal? Or did these entities come into our existence, much like in Stranger Things, where they come through the portal and they are in your dimension now, right? And we can go into the upside down, and we're in the upside down. There's a lot of questions with this story, man. I'm going to do some deeper digging tonight and try to find some more witnesses. Try to weed out the guys that are just doing it for clout, and try to find the real witnesses that can be confirmed, like the gentleman who interviewed his dad, who was running for office. But I believe this Fitz guy. I'll try to pin the video too if I can, so you can see it. But when you see his facial features, he's just telling a story about what he went through, as normally as if he was going to the grocery store to pick up his groceries. I mean, that's what it is. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd be happy to hear about it. If you know anybody that lived through it and you feel like it's verified, let me know. Maybe we can bring them on the podcast. Love to hear about it. And I don't know. I think they're going to try to keep this quiet, right? Like they've been trying to do with the media. They've been saying, "Oh, it's a joke, da 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 da." This is, who the hell made this up? They can't verify who made up, or who came out with this hoax, if they're trying to put it as a hoax, because we have all these different witnesses that are now starting to make their videos. Now they're starting to come to grips with reality, and now they're able to put together, a few sentences and put together a video. But maybe their whole world has been changed, because you can't, like he said, there's not anybody taking videos because your brain cannot comprehend what it's seeing. It's never seen this before. So it's not able to say, "Oh my God, I'm going to grab my phone out and deal with this." I've been through a few different events where I've been in the middle of it, and at no point was I like, "I'm going to take my phone out and video this." No, you have to interact with the event that you're dealing with at the time, and your brain's processing of that event. Is it a danger? Is it a threat? Is it peaceful? Do I need to run? Do I need to fight? And that's what your brain's going through. It's going through survival mode. It's not going through, holy shit, I want to take a video of this so I can get some Uber clout on TikTok. No, that's not going to happen. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. I hope you guys have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Follow through on your hobbies and your goals and your dreams. Take care of yourself physically, spiritually, emotionally. And as always, continue to question the universe around you. Until tomorrow, guys, take care. Lockdown Universe out.